Hello. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Michelle, and I just started this because I have been on the spiritual path for the last 12 plus years, but really consciously the last 12 years. And there were so many years that I felt very isolated because I actually chose not to tell people about it because I was afraid of judgment, and I knew that most of the people in my close circles were not open to these sort of things, or at least they had not opened up about it if they were. So it was a very lonely journey for a long time, and I've gotten to this place where I realize how much I love talking about these things, and sometimes you feel like you have a foot in two different worlds when you're on your spiritual journey. So I just wanted to create a space where I share my experiences and insights and tools that have helped me, and hopefully it helps you on your path and opens up new ways for you to connect with your spirit, your soul, your higher self. So today I really wanted to talk about dreams because as a vivid dreamer, I have been fascinated with this topic my entire life, and the messages and insights that I have received through my dreams have helped me so much in my life in understanding what's going on a deeper level. Sometimes our conscious mind create stories about things in our life, and we have a hard time seeing it from a different perspective and looking at things from a different way. And sometimes we can kind of get stuck in these thought loops, these ways of thinking about things or seeing our life. And the dream space really helps to open this up and open up a dialogue between you and your spirit, your soul, your higher self. I feel like the biggest benefit is that I now, if anything that I have going on in my life, I receive insights and guidance through my dreams, and things that oftentimes we are not aware of that need our attention will come to our attention in our dream state. So it's a really powerful way to connect with your higher self, with your angels and spirit guides, if you believe in that. All of these beings, I actually have animals come to me a lot in my dreams. That's been really cool because sometimes it's animals that I don't think about or I'm not super familiar with will come, and they all have a different energy and a different kind of power to them to assist us in different aspects of our life. And it's really fun. It's just really fun diving into this whole world, the dream world. Not all dreams are dreams that have messages or guidance, or are dreams that you really need to spend any amount of time trying to decipher or decode. Sometimes you'll have those dreams that just feel really chaotic, like a big mashup of scenes, and it makes absolutely no sense. And I have learned to just discard those, not to worry about it. The dreams that seem to have a lot of meaning and messages usually are very clear. Sometimes, depending on, how tired I was or how I get woken up, sometimes I won't fully remember the dream, but there will be a word or a phrase that I hear in my mind when I wake up. Some people will have a smell or a color or a song. There's so many different ways that your dreams can come through, and we are all uniquely designed, and so while we all have pretty much the same components, the way that we perceive energy is very different. And your subconscious speaks through symbols. So while it can be literal, people do have dreams that are, precognitive dreams. Most of the time, for most of us, the dreams are symbolic. So, for example, if you have a dream that your car breaks down, It most likely does not literally mean that your car is going to break down, although it could. And with practice and doing this kind of thing, you will start to be able to tell the difference between precognitive dreams and other dreams that are just using symbols to get an understanding through to you. But oftentimes in my dreams, my body is symbolically represented through cars. So I've had a lot of car dreams, and if you have a car dream that where your car breaks down, it could mean that your body needs rest or replenishment or nourishment or care in some way or attention. The more details you can get from the dream of maybe how the car broke down, was it the engine or the brakes, or I've had dreams where I was asleep at the wheel, and it was some part of my life where I was just really avoiding looking at what was going on and not really wanting to face it. So my technique for working with dreams is that I like to, write them down as quickly as I can, with as much detail as I can. So I will write down the scene, anything that I remember, and most importantly, not just what was going on, but how I felt about what's going on, because that's actually really the heart of the message for you. For example, I would have dreams about this male lion, this beautiful male lion that came to me in a couple of my dreams. It was not threatening at all. The lion was actually trying to, nuzzle up to me. And in the dream, I was scared. I was scared of it. I was terrified. And I just kept saying to myself, as long as I don't panic, it's not going to attack me. And so that was a really key element to decoding my dream, because if you were to just go look up in a dream dictionary, what does it mean to see a lion in your dream, you would get a long list of meanings, and some of them might resonate with you and some might not. But I always recommend that you decode the dreams yourself first, because you'll get so much more clarity and such deeper understanding of what these symbols are trying to, what they're trying to say to you in particular. And then later, if you go and look it up, sometimes it's really fun, confirmation, and just add a whole other layer to what you get. But always trust yourself, because while there are, archetypal meanings that the collective has about different symbols, about what different animals mean, and this can be true because as a collective, there is a consciousness that we all share, and over time there have been certain symbols that have come to mean things. But within that, there is also personal meanings. And, sometimes I will do my own decoding of my dream, and then I will go and look, and maybe a little piece of it will resonate, but what I get from the dream is so much deeper and more layered, because I kind of use the symbols in the dream as like a gateway to communicate with my spirit, and it opens up all kinds of insights and dialogue. So if this is something that you really want to develop, then I recommend that you signal that to your subconscious by keeping a dream journal by your bed every night with a pen, and before you go to sleep, say to yourself that tonight I will remember my dreams, or I will remember any messages or guidance that I receive in my dreams tonight. And just affirm that before you go to sleep. And you might want to keep a little clip light if you sleep next to somebody so you don't wake them up. And just write down everything you can as quickly as you can when you wake up. And then, I like to ask questions about the dream to start to get answers. So oftentimes I'm watching a scene in my dream, or I'm watching someone do something. So I'll say, what was the symbolic meaning of the man in my dream, or the pink shirt, or whatever, whatever it was. And that will kind of open up something more, and then I can ask deeper questions. There's a whole process of journaling about dreams that really gets you deeply into your subconscious to understand what the message is for you, what the key takeaways are. And I am creating a course around this because it's been such a joy and a study for me for over a decade now, and it's helped me so much that I just want to share it. And if it helps you in some way, that's wonderful. So please let me know if you're interested in learning more about dreams and how to decipher the meanings of your dreams and the messages. I would love to hear from you. So thanks so much for being here. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.